Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucid and I'm joined by Grippa.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
We might have somebody else sticking their head in at some random point, but it's turn 41. And yeah, let's see what's happening. In the last episode, we had some pretty big battles between Satis and Falegra, and also Lemuria and Ulm. Where would you rather start, Grippa? You want to start with Satis and Falegra or Lemuria and Ulm?
Say Satis and Falegra, because Falegra doesn't have Foul Vapor's defense, apparently.
Right.
And that makes me sad.
Okay, so he kills some Blackhawks here with Satis. Here we've got a Lace Dragonian Tyrant coming through. What is he going to run into?
Best PD, it seems.
This is Inkelados, and he's giving him the weird... So first of all, he's stacked these items. Which don't stack. And then his script is Strength of Giants attack.
He's just going for strength.
But he has trample boots. Like, he's literally picked the only buff that doesn't do anything. And it costs a lot of fatigue. And he's like, nope.
I mean, you know what? Kudos. He's strength pilled. He's like, if anything attacks me, I'm hitting it for 800 damage.
Yeah.
If I get the hit, because he has 12 attack skill. But
oh, I probably have audio feedback. One second, let me pause and fix it.
Is my mic fine?
Yeah,
by the way?
we just unpaused. So Zan joined us while I was pausing to get my audio issues sorted out.
Good going, Zan.
Yeah, he's gonna go get a drink, but he'll be back. But yeah, we were just admiring that, Inkelados is out. He's cursed, ready to, get a lot of afflictions. He's got 2 Girdles of Might, as one does.
At least he's got recuperation.
And his script was Strength of Giants and then attack, as one does when one is trampling with Inkelados.
All the strength imaginable.
Why?
But
no question,
hey,
Zan.
Yeah, look, he's living his dream. He's living his truth.
He's also just totally alone to the south of Satis with all of his armies up north.
And I was saying that, okay. So he might have killed some of his own guys with Banefire.
I actually hate it when that happens.
And then Falegra attacks.
Oh, is that a magic phase of the
Call of the Winds?
They're gone now.
But then this guy... Okay, so these guys are... Wait, hold up. Wait, what? Why does he have a Crown of the Titans? Is it so he can command more dudes?
Because he's a Titan. Therefore, he deserves the Crown of the Titans.
So... Sadly, you
nothing.
can't go past size 6, right? That's as big as you can be. So if you're size 6, you can't go up to size 7 by putting on Crown of the Titans.
But imagine being size 7.
What if you could? I think...
What if there was no limit to size?
I think really this Falegra player, he's doing this to make a statement to Illwinter. He's saying that really we should be able to go to size 7 if you do enlargement on a size 6. And who are we to disagree with this?
No, I'm fully on board. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Now, the unfortunate thing for Satis is that Bogarus had a big army next to this fort, and he decided to come and take it. Bogarus has had his eye on Satis lands for quite a while now.
Look, I'm just happy that Bogarus is sitting there doing body ethereal stuff, and it's hitting...
Yeah, this is the other player.
It's hitting Blood Slaves, which is very funny to me, but
yeah,
he's doing it.
But what's interesting is it's prioritized these archers, who have 30 hit points a tile, over these Malia Drazina, who only have 26. So, if you're going to do this point buff, fluffing all the archers, is that really the call?
Better than doing it to the enemy.
That's also true. Now, did these Astropelagists have air gems? And they did. So he was ready to drop some air elementals on them, which I approve of.
Always.
Okay. So loses 1 Malia Drazina, most likely to some kind of friendly fire from these crossbows.
Ouch.
There was a sizable Satis army that was in this fort. So we'll see if Bogarus can just kind of take the 5-finger discount here. The problem is, I think for Bogarus is that I don't think he's made peace with Joman. They've just kind of had a ceasefire. He's got this force moving towards Patala, but Joman may make a move on him. I don't know.
At this point, I don't know who's fighting who. Everyone, it's the most convoluted series of, like, they'll fight for 3 turns and then just leave, and that person will go fight someone else, and then they'll leave.
Well, yeah. So Joman was fighting Bogarus, and then Bogarus got Arcoscephali to help. Arcoscephali took a fort off Joman, but then had Joman all up in their shit in their cap circle. Meanwhile, Agartha attacked Arco.
Was there an Agarthan army?
Taking the pressure off of Joman.
What?
He lost the big fight here. I think we remember seeing that.
Yeah.
And then,
how did this army end up over here? I'm so...
Well, this was his other army. So you remember when this fight happened, he didn't combine. He split. Split his army in the face of the enemy. Well, this thing's just been marching off, and this army's been following behind it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. But now it's like, okay, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit on the fort? Probably not, because this...
Yo, take that throne. Snipe it.
Yeah.
My throne.
Oh, he sent the little Bakemono squad, doing things that really only Bakemono do, which is died to PD. If I just had I should set up like a little business where somehow every time a Bakemono squad dies to PD, I get like $1. Any game, anywhere, people who play in Dominions. That's my retirement ticket right there.
Dear God.
I rewatched the episode where the first Bakemono showed up, and I still stand by my statement. I personally have never seen the stealth squads work.
Yeah.
Stick them in a big army, buff them up, yes. Stealth them out like that.
They are not very good unbuffed. Like, I don't want to hate on them and just say they're straight up bad, but like they run into a province with heavy cav. Heavy cav is going to be killing, like, each heavy cav is going to be killing 2 of these guys a turn. And they have shit morale. They're going to run.
Yep.
Yeah, but imagine if they were with Encolados. With the Strength of Giants buff.
That's true.
I mean, it'll help. It'll help. It'll bring up to, 20 damage Aries?
Yeah.
That's something.
I feel you really, if you're going to use them, like, you put them on the Bakemono Chief now, you need them on somebody like leadership. Like, you're not going to get them in a formation, but at least you can fix some of this shit morale. Oh goodness.
I have a question, actually.
1 second. So Arca's trying to storm this fort, which has been owned by Agartha. And Agartha is Skelly spamming. It's always weird when you get out Skelly spammed by Arco and you're playing Agartha.
Does Arco lose this? I didn't see who actually won or lost.
I don't think he can lose this. He's killed too much stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought... For a second I thought Arco had lost this.
He had some guys retreat, but... So... He's taking this fort back. Alright, Zen, what's your question?
It was to the Bakemono. Growing Fury, is that a morale check or an MR check on whether it's going to automatically berserk your unit?
It will never automatically berserk your units unless you have a berserker tag. What it will do is when you it gives you the berserker trait. It gives you berserker 0. If you already have berserker, it will trigger Gone Berserk. Giving you berserker 0. What that means is when you take damage, there's an MR check, and if you pass the MR check, you go berserk. If you fail it, you don't. So units with very, very poor morale can actually take a couple hits to go berserk. So that's the thing. This is just so strange. He's just marching his army deep. The other thing that was funny, I was talking about in the last episode, is like, let's say you're doing this. You're like dragging behind you this army from Marcocephali because it's got to chase you, right? Because this is only army. You should be taking this shit and like going behind it because like while you're dragging this army out of position, you could be coming in and like taking shit.
He's building Ermor.
Yeah.
So, is does that a Garthan? Are they making the skeletons with reanimation, or have they summoned 2 oracles?
Oh yeah, 2 oracles could do it too, couldn't they? Huh?
Yeah, with a
how much do 2 oracles cost? Is it like 30 Earth or something, or is it Death Gems? I thought it was Earth.
It's 30 death.
It's 30 death.
It's 30 death, and then I remember I did the math for some meme game I was doing, and a 2 oracle with the Amulet of the Dead is 10 long dead a turn. Okay. So it's essentially 3 death gems in long dead a turn.
Okay.
I was just wondering if all of those are him just doing
when we see the oracle,
pretty sure this is normal reanimation.
Wouldn't we see the oracle in the listing as the commander or something, like not a necromancer?
Yeah, it would probably be the strongest path unit. It'll tell us.
I mean, I don't have an issue with. I think reanimation's a fine spell to just slam. That can't be your only strategy. The other thing Grippa found the last time we were here is all the PD that had been put in, like, casual 60 PD here.
He has 1 million PD in every single province. Yeah. It's amazing.
Hey, I've been doing a little bit of single player lately, and PD is the way to go.
Man. But not back into it. Okay, we'll come look at the. I don't want to spoil the Lemuria Ulm stuff yet. Okay. Well, let's finish off with Joman. So Joman, wait, where are we? Joman. Okay, he and Abyssia have been having a staring contest. Oh, the Ryujin have redeployed. Okay, so hold up. Joman, so he finally killed the Sea Kings, right?
Oh my god, I missed it. I'm so upset.
And it appears he's given this guy greenstone armor from Bogus, who he killed recently.
Nice.
But do these guys have fire resistance? No.
Water elemental does.
I think fire elementals beat water elementals.
Depends if the water elemental starts full sized.
Yeah. But I think it's like a. Okay.
Gotta get that experience on those fire elementals.
Honestly, not the end of the world here. Getting these guys off the payroll, they have a pretty hefty upkeep. It's like the upkeep of a mage, so.
Hopefully he kept the king, hopefully.
Yeah. Killed 12 Abyssian heavies. The Ryujin are flying in. Now, the Ryujin have not been doing shit for, like, a few turns. And Abyssia has been coming up with plans to kill the Ryujin. His last plan, which we didn't really see executed, was teleport on top of it, cast the spell, Call Horror, and hope your guy retreats.
That's hilarious.
Unfortunately, he did some testing, and he found out that did not work. That the Ryujin would presumably kill it, and his summoner would probably die. Oh.
There's a world where they rolled correctly there.
Yeah. And he doesn't have armor. They would have killed him. God, this is like Abyssian nightmare fuel.
This is where you need Sunluster Horror for.
Yeah. Which really should be online this time, probably for Abyssia. He's killed the commander. Oh.
Oh, nice.
Dump. Now this is a heavy cav, so he's going to have this Abyssian commander. And he's going to have this cav commander. Not the easiest commanders to pick off.
Looks like he's doing water elementals instead. Oh, there's 2 of them.
So this is a little bit of light rating with some water elementals and then frozen heart spam. All right.
So I've never personally dealt with those little dragon guys. Are they usually used as elemental summoners like that, or more as thugs?
Usually you want to use them as thugs. For this type of thing, right? Like, you know, like a
PD ready.
pretty clearly, right? Like a PD dump can easily kill them, you know, if they're casters. But if you put like 6 together or 7 together, they, you know, it might be that if they're doing, like maybe they have some special thing to deal with your thugs, but you put 6 together and you have them summon water elementals, well, that might be the thing that undoes it, you know? So I think it's nice that you can mix it up, but in general, they raid better as thugs. They can, I mean, especially if you have somebody point buffing them, they can be very heavy thugs.
There's a lot of freaking Ryujin. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. Late game Joman is no joke. Like, these are like some of the most mobile thugs in the whole game. Like, late game Joman can like elf the shit out of you and like take all of your provinces in one turn.
Sounds like my worst nightmare. Also sounds like what's going to happen to me in the next game you host.
Yeah, they probably can't take your cap, though, Grippa.
There we go.
Yeah, just sit in that cap. You'll be fine.
Exactly.
Is there anything here? Okay.
Close the curtains.
So, I mean, Abyssia has been sitting here, planning, thinking how they're going to deal with this. So I'll be interested to see what they do. But we don't really see any sophisticated Ryujin stuff coming out. The risk now, of course, is one thing the Joman player's shown that they'll do is they might randomly move all these Ryujin to defend one province that they think, you know, Abyssia is likely to retake. It's like maybe they move 4 or 5 here and do a bit of PD, and then move the other 4 here and do a bit of PD. So it's like raiding, you know, retaking this stuff is actually a bit dangerous.
I feel like you could play with that, though, because he'll probably have to... I mean, actually, what's the map move over Ryujin?
It's so high, man.
Oh, so he can go, like, any of the
provinces.
Because I fought a guy who did that, and after the first time, it was just, okay, I'm going to commit a bunch of people into, like, that province there, because you'll probably combine the 2 from the sides into it to defend it. Right. And then I just wiped 3 of them instead of having to fight all of them. Although that was with against the Vanheim.
Man, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, he could just put an assassin in the province with lifelong protection, but no, these guys are just cast Frozen Heart and call it a day. Can't even do that.
Yeah, it's possible. I think Sin Lesser Heart is going to work against most of these.
I think that's the best one. The assassins will get Frozen Hearted before the imps start spawning and land over there.
Yeah, man, turn 41, you should not be able to do Ryujin raids into Abyssia. So, okay, well, that's at that conflict. Let's come down and look at Ulm and Lemuria. What we've seen so far, well, we'll watch these battles, but so far, Ulm they won a big battle at the start, right? They killed like a ton of stuff at Lemuria, but they didn't really like go on the offensive and try to take infrastructure. Which kind of makes sense, because like Lemuria was well set up to raid them. And they've just done a great job demolishing all of the Lemurian raids. Like, I think last turn Lemuria lost like 200 troops and Ulm didn't really lose much. Yeah, I think he lost a few mages, but... the problem, though, is this isn't really like a winning game for Ulm. You know, like... Oh my god, that's so much stuff. And this...
Yeah, that's... Although I don't see any mages.
Well, we have it from Lemuria. There's a Grand Lemur here. So, we have it from Lemuria that he now has Rigor Mortis. This is the first turn I think he gets it. So, that's a game changer.
Well, it doesn't affect the Ghoul Guardians.
Yeah, but there's not enough Ghoul Guardians where that's going to be the thing. And we don't see anything like flaming arrows or stuff like that, so...
Yeah, I figure if you buff the Cool Guardians to the 9s, they can probably take on arbitrary amount of ghosts.
Yeah, but I mean, Lemuria can like dust to dust them and a bunch of other things.
True. True, they actually bring mages to fights.
Importantly though, the Black Priest, if you get summon Earth Power on them, they can sit there and pepper. I mean, they kill ghosts pretty fast with Iron Blizzard, but you really need Flaming Arrows. So what we've kind of seen from Ulm is while he's done a good job parrying, when you fight Lemuria, if you're going to choose to fight them, you need a stack that just says, fuck you, I'm going to take a fort, and then you move to the next one and you take that one, and you just keep doing it. The nice thing about doing it is if you're able to do it, you're kind of going to force Lemuria to throw what they have into you. Like, you kind of get to pick the battles. You're still going to need some counter rating in the back lines, but there's going to be a really strong incentive for Lemuria to say, okay, we've got 1,000 ghosts, let's throw all 1,000 at him. And if you have the tools to kill 1,000 ghosts, then Lemuria is about to be out of the game. So,
do you think that Ulm right there has enough to kill?
He did.
Oh, he's recruiting Templars, not Gold Guardians.
Well, the Templars have solar weapons, so
fair. But they're still going to go to sleep to rigor.
Yeah,
but I guess he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, it hasn't been used yet, so
yeah.
And still, honestly, just this many flaming arrows, but it's going to take with them not engaged in melee because they're just shooting, which doesn't cost fatigue. It's probably 12 turns before these guys fall asleep. They're going to kill a lot of ghosts with flaming arrows by then. I mean, Ulm totally has the ability to put together an army that could kill 1,000 ghosts, even with rigor mortis. It's not totally trivial, but I think it could be done.
Yeah, I think he could. I'm just concerned that it wouldn't be so sustainable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, you don't have to kill this. Let me show you the score graphs here for army size. So this was like losing 200 ghosts on top of, or maybe like 300. Right, on top of the normal production Lemuria has. So if you lose 500, you're like down here. Right, or 1,000, you're like down here. Like, that's it. Like, if Lemuria were to take a minus 1,000, they go down here. And that's happening at the same time as somebody has an army ready to start taking your forts. You're basically out of the game. You maybe get to have like one more big fight.
True.
But we'll see. I mean, it's possible Ulm still throws it together. The problem now, Ulm has settled into a mindset of like, okay, I've poked the bear. Now I'm going to defend against the bear. And he's in this mindset, you can tell just by his positioning, that like he's going to defend all his land. The problem when you do that is you're dividing your forces in the face of the enemy. And now Lemuria could potentially take everything here and hit this throne. And he's going to defeat you in detail.
Yeah, I'm concerned. My concern is because it's a new player game. I feel like Ulm is going to overvalue holding that throne.
Yeah.
And try and defend it right now with those two stacks, which I don't think could win against that Lemuria stack. Not with the rigor mortis.
Yeah.
And then if he loses all of that, then it's a massive loss.
I think this would win if he had flaming arrows, but he doesn't have it.
Yeah, the way that it currently is, I don't think it would win. I mean, I've been proven wrong before several times this game, so obviously
I think you're right here.
But
I mean, if this were Gold Guardians and Heavy Cav, like his Hawkmeisters, he would, I think, win. But that's not what it is. It's Zweihanders and Rangers.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be...
And I think that he's going to lose all of that, and then he has nothing else in like the west side, and then it's just the Cap army and the army north of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. I think that like this is potentially like the losing move for Ulm, is he's going to be like, oh no, Lemuria can send everything here. Let's move this army here too. But it doesn't have enough mage support, doesn't have flaming arrows,
he just won the last fight, so he's like, you know.
And it gets wiped. It's kind of interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to the players seeing this episode and like, you know, because I feel like
I wonder how correct we are with guessing what they're thinking.
Yeah,
Now, are those wolf stacks he has in the back of his lands? Are those blood hunting operations?
These
Between the Biscayne border? Yeah.
members of the second tier, so probably, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Also,
He's got some vampires running around.
What is that province with to the west that has like 4 red sites? What is that?
Oh,
that's
Mictlan. Yeah.
Okay, I forgot that was Mictlan's camp. I'm like, what the hell is there?
Nice.
There's like 400 like academies of war.
Yeah.
That's not your luck.
I totally forgot that he had Mictlan.
Ice mists.
That's nice.
Okay. So I think that's it for this episode, or for this, probably for this episode. Anything else we need to look at?
Did we go over every nation? I think we. I guess we did.
I saw one thing. Can you zoom or 2 questions? I guess. Do Ryujin have native fire resistance?
Ooh, we can probably find that out in a hot second.
No, they're
this was a battle here we missed. This was Calum attacking the last Patala fort.
Oh, damn.
Caleb. Or at least we didn't get in the turn before that we recorded. They're just doing bird things.
Yep.
Casting Starfires. Loses a caretaker and about 50 troops to wipe out about 150 things. So,
not bad.
Not bad. 15 yogis. Yeah. Okay, do these guys have native fire resistance? They do. 5.
Darn.
Yeah, they have all the resistances built in. Holy shit. Cold fire,
shock. Yeah, because I saw the
good chassis.
Abyssians have some of those flying salamanders that could turn 1 fire flare them.
I mean, that might kill them.
5 fire resistance.
Yeah, 5 might not be enough.
I think they hit for 20 fire AP.
Yeah, that would probably still kill them.
Or at least disrupt the script until... Yeah.
All right.
That's something.
So
unreliable, but it's something.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. They should split this up and, yeah, probably 5 or 6 of them will kill a Ryujin. So, all right. Thank you guys for joining me. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.